found the body of a person who went missing at the Lake of the Ozarks this morning. Good evening, I'm Jenna Middaugh.
And I'm Brittany Pieper. The Missouri State Highway Patrol found the body just a few hours ago near the boat the person had been driving. KOMU 8's Paxton DeBlasi has been covering this story all day and is live with the latest.
I'm live out here at Blue Water Bay, where earlier divers found the body of an individual right behind me about 2.5 hours ago. The water is 38 degrees and has been around that for most of the day, which means that hypothermia sets in quickly. Sergeant Scott White of the Missouri State Highway Patrol says a dive team found the victim at 6:14 p.m. near his sunken boat. Earlier I spoke with a man who called 911 just before noon today when he witnessed the sinking.
You know, I've been in cold water like this before without protection or anything, so you know, it takes your breath away from you, plus you can't inhale. It feels like a million bees are stinging you.
Police have not yet released the identity of the victim. Reporting live from the Lake of the Ozarks, Paxton DeBlasi, KOMU 8 News.
President Barack Obama made a push today to advance equal pay for women. He announced an executive order that will require companies to report pay data by gender, race, and ethnicity.
The rule would apply to companies with more than 100 employees, and the president says it will help investigations on employers he say unlawfully shortchange workers.
And we're going to keep pushing until every single girl has the rights and the opportunities and the freedom to go as far as her dreams will take her.
The fight for equal pay does not stop with the president. Missouri legislators are working as part of a nationwide effort to get equal pay laws passed here in the Show Me State. KOMU 8's Emma Henderson spoke to local business owners about how important equal pay is for their employees.
I spoke to a bunch of people in downtown Columbia today, and every person I talked to said men and women should get equal pay for equal work. The problem, according to Representative Stacey Newman, is not the belief that people should be paid the same, but how the government can enforce equal pay. She says there's not a good way to keep people accountable. Local business owners I spoke to in downtown Columbia said they make sure employees are paid the same, regardless of gender.
I mean, it should just be like a normal thing. It should be a normal right that everyone has to know that you're being paid the same as somebody else, whether they're a man or a woman or gay or straight or whatever. It just, the whole thing is so barbaric.
Newman has been trying to get equal pay enforcement legislation passed in Missouri since 2011. She said the main opposition to her legislation comes from the state and U.S. Chambers of Commerce.
The city of Columbia has dropped the third-degree assault charge against suspended MU professor Melissa Click. The city made a deal with Click where she made a pledge not to break the law for a year and to complete 20 hours of community service. If she violates this agreement, the prosecution would resume. The UM board suspended Click Wednesday after a student pressed assault charges against her Monday. Cuts may leave some UM system employees without retirement insurance. The system president announced a recommendation for changes to retiree insurance. The changes will not affect current pension and retirement investment programs. Under the changes, employees who have less than 5 years of service would not be eligible for retiree insurance. Current retirees will keep the same current insurance benefits that they have, and an employee's age and years of service would determine his or her eligibility for a $100 subsidy per year of service for a maximum of $2,500 annually.
I think changes are going to be necessary. I've been working for 10 years and I've got another 30 before I can even think about retiring. And so I can't even imagine that what they're going to end up with today is going to be even remotely the same. So, you know, you got to adapt.
The UM president says there will be open forums in March and February so employees, staff, and retirees can discuss the changes. Now, we know this is really complicated, so you can go to our website, KOMU.com, for a more in-depth breakdown of what this means for different employees.
A group of students say a scholarship program for Missouri high schoolers is ineffective and outdated. KOMU 8's Krista Gamalik spoke with residents and students in Columbia to see what they think about the state's Bright Flight program.
High school students who do well on their ACTs have a big reason to stay in Missouri. The coalition will meet with lawmakers on Wednesday to discuss the future of Bright Flight. Krista Gamalik, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
The coalition will also release its data on the program Wednesday.
2015 set a record for tourism in the Show Me state. Governor Nixon announced the state welcomed 40.4 million visitors last year and spent more than $12.4 billion. That spending has grown by 30% since 2009. Nixon's budget for 2017 will spend $3 million more to help the state market tourism.
Boonville city leaders say they'll make an announcement about the future of the old Nordine plant. The announcement is related to a project that would bring a new wholesale goods reseller to Boonville. The plant is off of Boonslick Drive and used to be a heating and cooling manufacturer. The plant closed in 2013 and impacted 200 workers.
A retired Sedalia teacher is accused of arranging to meet a woman and her 14-year-old daughter for sex. Authorities charged 71-year-old Paul Cannon with attempting to engage a minor in illicit sex. Court documents say he posted an ad on Craigslist looking for a couple with kids seeking sex. An undercover Boone County deputy responded, communicated with Cannon over the next several days, and arrested him when they met in Columbia.
A University of Missouri student charged with rape and burglary is out of jail today after posting a $50,000 bond. Police say 20-year-old Austin Joseph Campbell entered a woman's room and raped her last Monday morning. Campbell is now banned from the MU campus. He was originally held on a $75,000 bond, but it was reduced Wednesday to $50,000. The Boone County Jail released a 71-year-old man after police say he got into a fight and fired a gun. Police arrested Curtis Brown yesterday after connecting him to a shots-fired incident last Saturday. Officers say Brown got into a fight with another man and fired his gun, hitting a car in nearby home. Brown called KOMU 8 News this afternoon and told us someone else shot first, but police could not verify his statement.
It's not even February quite yet, but it feels a lot like spring out there. Let's check in with Tori for a look at the forecast.
Thanks, Brittany. We're certainly
A new study says cell phones aren't helping students concentrate in class. Now, a Mid-Missouri University is working to get students to put down the phones.
Plus, new details concerning Hillary Clinton and her private emails just days before the Iowa caucus.